Hey guys, what's up? Today's video is going to be the first in a series that I'm starting where I'm going to be building the Battle of Bastogne in Lego. So that's going to be the World War II Battle of Bastogne. Today I have some reference pictures and just some drawings that I've drawn up to go over the layout and how I want to do things. I apologize if there's some background noise. My dog is going a little crazy on the floor over there. But then the other part of this video, I'm also going to be taking apart the trench and bunker mock that I put on my channel previously, just to give you guys the chance to see those trench details a little better and how I put those together in a way that you couldn't see in those previous videos that I put on about it already. So yeah, we'll just get into that. I'll flip the camera around, show you guys what I have done so far, and we'll take a look at it together. Let's go. Alright guys, so this is kind of the drawing that I have started for my Bastogne, and I'll show you how I came up with this this little general idea here. So I was looking through some pictures on Google. Let me see if I can, there we go. So I noticed there's like this longer looking farmhouse here in the back, and then these guys are advancing across this open field. So that's kind of what I wanted to capture here. So I'm gonna kind of have the field this way, and the X's are just trees. So I'll have some trees out in the field, maybe, or I might make that like farmland area, so like a tilled field or something like that. Some trees back here. This will be the German area. I have it marked as American, but I changed it about halfway through. And then I'll have a trench system right here. So it's just a little dugout in front of this farmhouse. And probably a tank advancing across this field with some infantry, some craters in this area, things like that. And for the specifics of the house, I was thinking 7 windows probably and a door, so 3 on the bottom, 4 on the second floor. But let me know if you think I should go bigger or smaller with that. It's definitely, you guys could dictate this build however you want to, so just let me know. And then there was some other pictures that I was looking at here. If I can find them. Like this one here, we've kind of got a crossroads section area. So I was thinking about maybe putting a road that crosses here diagonally, kind of askew with the way that the studs would be running. And then a road this way that the Americans would be advancing parallel with. So let me know what you think of that. Trees and the minifigures, all the clutter and everything separated over here. So Germans, Americans, trees and everything, and then all the grasses and everything are in here. And I thought I'd just show you guys how I did this bunker real quick. So, because the front of this is actually built using snot, because I wanted to get those, this corner here as curved off as I could. That's the best I could do. But the way I did that was this whole front piece just pops off like this. So it's actually built that way. And then there's 2 connection points there, and then just a tiled off surface so that it can sit flat. So yeah, just so you guys could see that, if you were wondering that, or if you might think that was interesting. There you go. Alright guys, so I've kind of gotten down here into the meat of the trenches a little bit. So I can show you guys how I've got it set up here. So if you look down in here, you can see there's one little brick down there, and that is just a modified brick with a stud on the side. And the way I did this is I raised up, so 1 brick height, so you could just put a round cylinder brick under there, and then put that modified brick on. And then 1 tile from the same base as the cylinder, and then you can attach pieces at any angle and just rotate them, and then use these little cheese slopes and little detail bricks like that to fill in all the corners and the gaps and the edges. That way it looks like it doesn't ever stop. You know, it looks like it's just one continuous wall, I guess. And then for areas like this here, see, if I just let these 2 walls come to a point, and there would just be a really sharp point there at the edge, and I don't really like that. So I just built up a little corner piece out of these textured bricks to make it look like it was dug out still. See, so all the walls are just kind of propped up there, and some of them are a little loose. They're not actually held into the brick. They're just held in with the friction of the walls around them, which is totally fine with me because I'm not playing with this like a playset, you know. And then some other areas that I was going to show you is like I was saying, it's a little bit flimsy in areas like this, and then building up around to cover these ugly gaps. It can get a little flimsy there too because I was just building with 2x1s and 4x1s. So it's a little flimsy, but it's not like it was just gonna like crumble apart. You have to put some pressure on it. But if you're gonna do this, just know, you know, it's not gonna be totally solid. You are building in weird ways. So don't be discouraged if it's a little shaky or a little loose or anything like that. Alrighty guys, so I got it down to really, it's just bare bones minimum here on the grass side now. And you can really see what I was talking about with how I had that trench in there. So you see I just have the floor laid out in a boxy pattern where I wanted roughly everything to be. And then every now and then I just had a modified brick with a stud on the side, just as an attachment point for whatever wall that I would want. This one fell over, but it would have been right here. And you can see those go all the way around. And then these are all the pieces that I had used. All this. So you can just make them as long as you want, slot them in, and then cover all the gaps once you go through with your finishing detail over the whole mock. If that. I'll probably do another little time lapse of me just breaking down the sides or something, and then show you guys how I attached these snot pieces, but then that'll probably be it for sure for this. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, finally I just want to show you guys how I put on the outer edges, so like the detailing on the outside. So I just do modified bricks all the way around. If I flip it over, I'll probably get a better, or right here. So see, I just do a bunch of boxes. So like here's a box, and then up a step, down a step, over, and then underneath these edges. You can see it goes down a step, over. And you don't have to use this many of these modified bricks at all. I use way too many, obviously. I'm just a little OCD about clutch power. But you can use literally like one of these like every 4 studs if you wanted. And it would work just fine, and it's a great way to make safe parts. But yeah, so that's how I did that, and it just goes all the way around. And you just use angled slopes and stuff, or angled plates to match the curve of the terrain. Alright guys, well that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing so that you don't miss the next installments to this series, or just any videos on my channel in general. I try to upload as often as I can. It's not usually once a week, but you know, around there, and I'm trying to get onto a schedule like that. But yeah, stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. A lot more mocks, a lot more builds, a lot more Bastogne. So yeah, thanks for watching.